So, good morning Ashton. Good morning oder guten Morgen Schrader. Morning Snatch. Guten Morgen Patrick. Alter. Oops. What the fuck is this? Moin, Alter. Giga FOV hier. Let's see if we're gonna end up today only having like 2k softs. I don't think it's gonna be too great today, but let's see. Greetings from Mexico. Hello, hello. What are you up to tonight, Snatch? Ayumchi, hello. So let's see what we have here. Oh, sick. What's inside of the PC? Graphics card and stuff. Team Alta chatters. I haven't seen the Team Alta boss in a while. What's he up to? Streamer vacation. 4060 and there is... Okay. Oh, what a decent PC for sure. Throwing up sick. Oh, that's not good. Hey, Steam. Good morning, good morning. Forty FPS. Yeah, okay. What the hell? That's undrivable. Yeah, this week has been interesting with the Australians. Like, the grid is full of them. Okay, that's strange because usually the replay should be lower. 2.7k. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any better today. So yeah, let's see how many races I'm doing. Let's just chill a bit. Hopefully pole and chill. It's still an iRating grind if we win. Even if it's just 3 iRating. Hey, Karl. Time for a Zone 2 run. Yesterday I did a Zone 1 run, actually. It was like really slow. It was like 1 hour in Zone 1 and then a couple minutes in Zone 2. Yeah, much motivation today. I wasn't even sure if I should go live, but I was like, come on, let's just try a few races and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm always shitting myself. Like, I don't know, 2 weeks of grinding could be gone in a second. But that's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. I actually booted up Le Mans Ultimate like a minute ago to see what's up there. It's literally 2 tracks. I don't really like too much in the dailies right now. But yeah, something I might do next week, Le Mans Ultimate. Or maybe even today if I'm like really fucking bored. The great thing is there's so much construction work going on all around me, all around my compound here. Where I'm like, just one has to hit like an electrical power cable. And that gives me 200, minus 200 iRating. The rating system is lame. I mean, it's kind of the same as in iRacing, it's just shown different. But I also wish there was like at least a number coming with it. And then like, they just need also like a leaderboard where you can see, are you the highest rated driver, are you in place, whatever. Because I always just feel like that's what keeps people going and like going for something. Because right now I can be gold 1, gold 2, whatever. Just like anyone else. I live in Bavaria. The best part of Germany. Part of Germany, our own kingdom. think it's really lack of competition. LMU has quite a lot of good drivers now. It's just that everyone is like between like every good driver is just silver 3 and gold 1, and it's like you don't see any difference. Like whereas on iRacing, I don't know, if you're the lowest in gold 1 and the highest in gold 1, that would kind of be a difference of, I feel like sometimes 500 to 1,000 iRating on iRacing. So I just wish LMU also had like a number coming with it. And then a leaderboard, so you can actually say, hey, I'm the highest rated driver, or you can work towards that. Like that's what just every competitive game always has, you know? Section 1 with the corners. Second gear, definitely. First is... Or you mean, I mean, which corners do you mean exactly? I mean, you can watch my qualifying lap, which gears I use. So fourth gear for this, then you go second gear for basically everything here. Ah, you mean if you shift up to third? Yeah, I shift up to third and down to second again. And also here I quickly shift up to third and then down to second again. iRacing also has the best weather rain model. Yeah, but no one wants to drive ever in the rain. Like no one is driving when it actually rains. So you can talk about the best rain and weather model all the time. No one fucking drives when it's raining. There is platin also for an LMU. Rain is amazing, like once you get it figured out and do it sometimes, it is great. But just leave it at sometimes. If like one rain race maybe in a month is fine to me. Everything else is kind of too much. Although honestly, the rain races at Spa and Nordschleife, I think, this season in the Porsche Cup were actually quite fun. But I think, I mean, in general, doesn't matter if iRacing, doesn't matter if LMU or so, I think rain should only, like that's my opinion, rain should only be utilized for like more kind of special events, like bigger events. But if I just want to sign up for a race that I'm wanna do coming home from work, being exhausted anyways already, I just want to drive in the dry and not have to, you know, learn how to drive in the rain or just, yeah, do that. Hey, Joe. I should add races with tsunamis. You know, in iRacing, we already have like tornadoes every single time. Good morning, fake. Moin moin. No, I don't like that color. When I don't like when it's like fixed and it's always the same. I think best thing would be, I'm not so sure. I think there should be the weather should always be completely random throughout the whole week. And then maybe like within that week there's 1, 2 or 3 rain races happening. At least that would make it interesting. It would make people not being able to prepare for it. Because the fun thing about rain is to get thrown into it with a lot of without a lot of preparation. Oh no. Because literally the most fun rain race I've ever had was there was this qualification phase for the Formula 4 World Championship on iRacing. And it was in, I don't know, week 4 at Sanford. And all of the races were always dry. And there was also no... Okay, that's... Yeah, well, we're still running though. So, let me come back to my story. And there was no rain forecast, anything like it. It was supposed to be dry, but I don't know if there was a mistake by iRacing or if it was a bug or so. But all of a sudden, in the most important race of the week to get points to qualify for the championship, it all of a sudden was raining like crazy in this Formula 4 Sanford race. No one was prepared for it, no one had ever done laps in the wet there, and then everyone in like a 8k soft or so was thrown into a rain race, and that was literally the most fun I've ever seen, or like the best thing I've ever seen for a rain race on iRacing or in sim racing in general. Because just like in real life, you have your free practice, you have your qualifyings all in the dry, and then you go into race day and boom, all of a sudden it's raining. No one has done a single lap in the rain yet, and then everyone just has to find the fastest lines like just right after the race start. And that was so fun to see. It was so much fun to drive it. So there's a YouTube video on my channel as well about it. I think I uploaded my POV a little bit of that race. That race was literally so much fun. Because you could see so many people trying different lines throughout the laps, and like, you know, and that's what I like about rain in real life in general. Is like, no one really always knows where the fastest line is, because in real life the fastest line in the rain might also change coming from weekend to weekend. You could be at the start of the year, you could be at a racetrack, and you have to drive different rain lines compared to when you go to that same racetrack at the end of the year. Simply because you maybe had some drift competitions on the track, or you had some track days, different kind of racing series that all drive different lines in the wet in the dry, and then you just also have different wet lines, and so you always have to see, coming to the track again, which rain lines are actually the quickest. And that race there with the Formula 4 on iRacing was exactly that. No one had a clue how to drive. And everyone just figured it out in the race. And that's, in general, I think the great thing about rain races is this figuring out where's the grip. And the problem with like sim racing and iRacing rain and stuff is like, you can practice it. You can practice the perfect lines. You can practice literally everything about it. So a rain race then kind of turns into a dry race again, because everyone is just driving the same lines and knows what the fastest way around the track is. And then it takes away the fun about rain again. About pure rain, for example, because in my opinion, if it's just purely raining, that's not fun. It's just, yeah, the same thing as dry driving, just a bit slower. What is fun though is the transition. You go from dry to wet, starts raining, you have a couple of laps where you still have to be out on dries, and then coming into the next braking zone, you have to know like, oh, can I still be late on the brake? So is it too wet now to be that late on the brake? Or like vice versa, when it's drying up, like is it dry enough already to brake that late? And you can make a lot of time when you're a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more comfortable with it, but also you want to try some more. Like if you really push it a bit more and like, hey, I can maybe brake a bit later because it's already dry enough, then that's the fun of it. That really is the fun of it. But those iRacing weeks where it's just strictly raining the whole time without it drying up, without it getting more wet, it's quite boring. Do you prefer rain or dry IRL? Dry. IRL, I hate rain even more. Because IRL, you don't get the opportunity often to drive IRL. Anyways, on a racetrack or whatever in a race, you know? And then you get the opportunity to drive whatever in real life, and then it's raining and you can just like creep around the track. Fuck no, it's like you rent out a Ferrari, but then you're only allowed to drive 60 kph with it. Like, no, of course you want to push it. And that's how rain in real life just feels like. And unfortunately, a lot of my test days, or like test days that I won via sim racing, that I then had was like in the rain. So I always was like, yes, I finally get to drive this car or this car. And then it was fucking raining. I was so pissed all the time. Because it just really felt like finally getting the opportunity to drive a race car, but then you can just creep around the racetrack. Obviously I was still pushing it to the limit with what was possible in the rain, but it just doesn't feel nice or fun. We're at -1 bias, yes. Weekly guide for PCup? Not really. I'm not a fan of doing like those guide videos. Like they're good videos for sure, but I'm not interested in them myself, so I also don't like making them myself. I wanna do some different kind of stuff. My guides are basically on stream, so if you wanna be guided on how to drive the car, then you can be on stream and ask stuff, you know? There's plenty of guides out there, and I don't wanna put out like a 20th guide that is basically the same thing. Paulaner Spezi vielleicht. Yeah, I also very much like the raw video, being able to explain my thought process in that way. I just need more races like this. I just need more high-stake races to be able to do that. I actually need a video for tomorrow, because I don't really have a exciting race yet here at Adelaide. So I need to think of some content for that I can upload tomorrow. So maybe I can make one more of those guide videos. Maybe something else. This is open setup right now. iRacing arcade video. Yeah, I thought about getting that game, but nah. $20 of what? Do you mean? 20% of what? Ah, byte point. I use 50%. Basically exactly the middle. Yeah, I want to do more. I want to continue doing content creation, like streaming, making YouTube videos. That is the plan. Especially for this year, since I have a bit more time right now. I want to try and see what I'm capable of in terms of content creation and where it can lead to. Because I just enjoy it quite a lot. Biggest fear I always have though with this kind of stuff is that maybe at some point it gets quite boring, because there was a time where on iRacing there wasn't really much to do, and then sometimes also on LMU there's not much to do, and it just feels very bland. Like just like this week here right now. Like Porsche Cup is a bit dead this week. GT3 is dead this week, so there's not much to do or anything at all to do this week. That is the only big issue I sometimes feel like. What if in the future everything dies down a bit and there's nothing too interesting to drive anymore? But that's not of... That shouldn't concern me right now, because right now I think it's quite good. Especially also next season, I think the Porsche Cup is gonna be quite popular. So let's see. So far, I want to push that content stuff further, for sure. Yeah, I figured. End of season usually is a bit lower in participation. And also, we have our, like, the first day of good weather outside, so I guess a lot of people are also spending the evenings or days a bit more outside than in the last couple of weeks and months. My favorite track this week. If you would have said Hockenheim, then I would have said, hey, let's try that. But yeah, Spa, no thank you. Holy, I just had a deja vu. Like I just felt like I said exactly that while cornering exactly that corner already. Like, I don't know. Felt like I'd said exactly that months ago. Weird feeling. Favorite PCup track. Honestly, I don't know. Last week Hockenheim was one of the most fun to drive with the PCup. Not because it's my favorite track, but because the PCup is quite fun there as well. Where's everyone gone? You tell me, you're also gone. Oh, Road Atlanta was a good week, yeah. Was some good racing, because a lot of fast drivers. I'll be back, don't worry. Not sure if I want you back though. You're a bit too fast. Makes me push too much. Thank you so much, Herky, for that message. Yeah, time zones can be bad in terms of catching people live. We as viewers need some competition to watch. That is true. I also need some competition to drive, so we would be very much welcoming Mia in the next race. Hey Carl. Again, from school? I meant the other Carl. He was always tuning in from school these last days. I actually just thought about starting from the back of the grid. But this would have been the only race where I could do it. Like, imagine trying a last to first on this track. I would love to try, but I would also be quite afraid of it. I don't know, if you get another very low SOF grid today, might have to do a last to first challenge here. Yeah, well, if Mia joins, then I can't do last to first anymore, unless she joins me as well in doing the last to first. Well, you can see it both ways. I could afford it because I have plenty of iRating, but at the same time I can't afford it because I have plenty of iRating. Moin moin Schrader. Ja, so sieht's leider gerade aus. Video on my graphics settings. There's definitely clips. Ah, wait, you're on YouTube. No, but if you remind me in 2 laps time, then I can show you. No, I think there's nothing to rework. The system only works that way. I don't think the system would work any other way. Oh no, at the moment I don't drive anything else. Do these guys know the race is finished? The Monza GT3 combined a bit ago, yeah, but I was forced to do it. Wasn't on my own decision. Settings, yep. Graphics, make a clip, screenshot it. Or I mean on YouTube you can also go back again. I'm just gonna scroll through it one time. So. Leon had a pretty good start, I think. No, it wasn't Leon, it was... who was it? Kailu. This week I practiced half an hour. Then I jumped into my first race. I think I just held my clutch a bit too long. Okay, let's check. Leon says check lap 1. Crash avoidance, we will see, we will check. Hoppa! Whoosh! Good spot, see? Yeah. Good spot there not to turn in. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, but you got lucky not to get any, like, suspension damage from that. Oof. Is there damage? Ah, car looks fine. Yeah, super lucky not to get anything from that. So, was this a roadblock afterwards? Wheel damage all the way, okay. Car looks fine though, but yeah, I guess. I mean, pace then was still good with you finishing in second, so all good. No roadblock. And when did I hit the wall? I think, was it lap 1 already? I think so. So I also got myself some damage here. Oh yeah, oof. Yeah, but I did it for aerodynamic benefit. No wing mirror. Better top speed. We take our 4 and leave. Safety rating, come on. I wanna... okay, I want to reach the 4.99 today. Ah, Dominic is driving again. Mia will be driving. So I think it's already gonna be a little bit of a better soft with like at least some high I-rated drivers. Greetings, Londi. Well, looks good. P4 sounds good. Kann man, glaube ich, nicht sehen. Stört mich auch so ein bisschen auf iRacing. Würde ich gern sehen, sowas. No, Dante is a Smurf account, I believe. At least people told me so. I don't know what the main account is, but I think because he has a German car, German everything, but he's not German, so it for sure is a fake account. So. Hey, Shabonga. Wait. Need my own private lobby. I'm running Nurb 24 this year. That is the plan, yes. Okayama, which series is that? GT3 regionals, okay. No, I don't know yet what class I'm gonna be driving for the 24 NURB. Preferably I want to be in the highest class, so GT3. But really depends if I'm if I will be enjoying it. So yeah. Next best would definitely be Porsche Cup. Like, if I'm driving, it will most definitely be Porsche Cup. But I'll try GT3 if that's possible. And I need a team for it as well. So maybe with Yuri a GT3 entry. Or I don't know what. A Team Alta entry into the 24 Hours of Nurb. This time for real. There's no chance he does GT3. Well, Nurb doesn't have LMPs. But in general, otherwise from Nurb, nope. I don't like that class too much. I was cooking GT4 entry. Nah, I wanna be at least in a Porsche Cup for Nurb. Cause, like, even if they don't have Bob at the Nurburgring, or even if they have Bob at the Nurburgring, the Porsche Cup can compete with the GT3s. I mean, yeah, it would be something that would be cool to do. But I mean, Nürburgring is still far away. Let's see what's happening until then. Maybe the Porsche Esports Super Cup qualifier is already that close that I wanna be in a Porsche for that as well. For practice purposes, who knows? But yeah, I don't know, GT3 at the Nürburgring is still different compared to driving GT3 on any other normal track. Back then when I was driving DNLS like 2 years ago with the GT3, I hated it on any other track, but at the Nordschleife it was fun and fine. And for the future is so hard to say in this business. I mean, if esports makes a comeback within sim racing, then I for sure want to be part of it. But on the other hand, I want to build this kind of streaming YouTube thing a bit more. But yeah, both at the same time would obviously be the best case scenario. But yeah, it's so hard to tell anything about like what the future can bring in sim racing because it's just so unpredictable, and especially right now in this year, also not looking very promising. So just have to wait and see how things develop. Nee, vom Streaming auf gar keinen Fall. Auf gar keinen Fall. It's not like I'm dreaming of coming back to it. It would be nice to come back to it, but at the moment it's kind of a chapter closed. Whereas I don't have this feeling within myself anymore to be like, yeah, I have to drive in real life. So at the moment for me, it's just like, if I get the opportunity to do it, perfect, great, then I want to do it. Like, obviously, it's still, like, I would love to drive real races for sure. But it's something that I'm not, like, craving anymore. That also sounds wrong. It sounds wrong that I would not have the passion to do it anymore. I would have that, like, 100%. But I've done it. It was a really fun time, and I know it's just not possible, like, to get into it. Like, I just want to do it, I do it. Like, I just need to be very much lucky to get the opportunity again to drive in real life, and that's why in my head I'm like, I don't necessarily need it, but I would love to do it for sure. Nee, momentan alles Sim-Racing ist meine Arbeit. Might be a first race. Well, then hopefully good luck for you getting into top split. It's probably gonna ramp up a little bit more with the SOF now. At least I hope so. But I still wish you good luck getting into top split. Very, very soft pedal. Very much soft pedal. I mean, talent doesn't matter at all. It's just money, 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 money. Talent is non-existent in the real world. You can be the most talented driver in the whole entire world. You don't get benefits over the worst driver in the whole entire world. Pretty much. Hey Paddy, danke dir für die Worte. Das kommt irgendwann. Nur um es zeitlich einzureihen, ich mache das jetzt hier seit 20 Jahren Sim-Racing. Und natürlich war ich auch direkt am Anfang oder die ersten paar Jahre nicht so gut. Yeah, I also push around 50 kgs, so we are about the same there. How happy am I with the seat? I'm very happy. The only thing that you have to pay attention to, my seat is size S, so very, very small. for my body and everything, absolutely perfect. I love it. But you see my headset, like it barely fits in here. And if I get myself a new headset, for example, I have a new Razer headset that I would love to use, but because the cushioning is still, you know, in good shape and form, it doesn't really fit in my seat here. But yeah, otherwise I love the seat because it just completely hugs my body and it just feels like, yeah, actually sitting in a race car where you can't move too much. I love seats that are almost perfect for your body, and this seat is really almost perfect for my body. Imagine your headset being a limitation now. Why are you streaming so early in the day? Wouldn't it be later streaming time be better? In terms of races, probably, yeah. But I just like getting stuff done in the morning. Like, I don't know, the timings for me, just streaming in the morning, it just fits great because then afterwards, like in the afternoon, I can do my run, I can cook, and then my girlfriend is at home. If I didn't have a girlfriend, let's say like that, I would probably be streaming later in the day because then I would probably be driving in the night or like the evening all the time. But evening, I basically treat it as my job, so I get everything done in the morning, afternoon. So I have the evening for me and my girlfriend. When was the last time I drove IRL? 2024 in the European Le Mans series. Or like in on the weekend of the European Le Mans series in Barcelona with the Michelin Le Mans Cup. Well, just streaming wise, in terms of viewer numbers, because if you would look at, because you say later would be better in that aspect, I don't necessarily think so, because later on in the day there's going to be tons of streamers online. Then the streamers are going to be battling for viewers, and like in the morning I'm on my own. And also what I notice is that a lot of people that are probably watching right now as well are having my stream open while they are working. So actually the morning slot for streaming is actually a very good slot. So I think streaming in the morning is actually, for me, in terms of like numbers, chat interaction, but also sometimes often much racing, is actually the better slot than in the evening. Yeah, FOV should always be the same. Because FOV is not dependent on the car. FOV is depending on your monitor and how far away you sit from your monitor. So you shouldn't be changing FOV depending on the car. Yeah, I also think so, Darren. I mean, I can pick up some of the American viewers, I pick up some of the Australian viewers in the mornings, but also then the Europeans are awake already and then kind of working and having the stream open while they are working. And I didn't think the morning streams are gonna be too good. But when I started it, I noticed like, hey, the morning slot is actually very good. Also, weirdly enough, this season, the best races were kind of around lunchtime in my time zone. Of course, there were like a couple really high SOF races at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. or so. But most of the best races were around lunchtime, so also the time I was live. So yeah, I think it's a very good time slot. While I'm writing boring emails, yeah. What is club racing? Because I think that's a UK thing, club racing. I don't think we have club racing in Germany, so I don't really know what it is actually. Okay, we have a strong headwind going into turn 1. Spec Miata. But what's different from what makes club racing so specific that you have to call it club racing compared to like other kind of racing? Is it just kind of the lower end, easy entry racing series that is just considered club racing? Okay, wait, before we go deeper into this, I need a good qualifying lap in order to not start 3rd or 2nd. But yeah, if you say the TI Cup in Germany would be considered club racing, then I understand what it means. Good. But yeah, I'm interested in all kinds of racing, because usually those club racing series are more fun than like professional races. And that's what I usually always say, like when you are in this high kind of championships that I was driving in DTM Trophy, for example. Of course it's fun to do that, but it's rarely really enjoyable because you're so much forced into the competition. Same with sim racing. Sim racing is only fun when I do the daily races. But when I'm in esports, it's not really... Of course that's fun, that's what's fueling me, the competition. But you're not really enjoying it as much as like some kind of good daily racing, because it's just too much. Like you have to just be fully concentrated and fully serious about it. So yeah, club racing is probably one of the most fun things you can do in real-life motorsports. I also always say, if you have the money to go like kind of racing or do something in the real world, do some track days with friends or so. I think that's more fun than being in like an actual big serious race. So that should be pole. If Mia steals that, I'm gonna be mad. I am mad. She is flying this week. Okay, let's read some messages that I missed in qualifying. By club racing, I mean a series that is more centered around accessibility and community, while the higher stuff is more commercially focused, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then club racing, I feel like I would love to do in general, because that's the fun part about it. Like similar to track days, the fun part is like being there. Like also when I was driving in my kind of high focused championship in real life, the most fun was off the track. The most fun was like talking to everyone, and then on track was like, okay, I just drive my race. But everything that happened off track was actually the most fun about it. I'm into sim racing, but I'm a marketing pro. What I notice is that many streamers just drive, but as a viewer, I'm here for a little entertaining as well. I mean, I don't even talk while driving, to be honest. There's two things. Like, for example, my stream that you're watching right now is kind of me only driving and not talking too much. So I am basically here for the entertainment of, I guess, most of the time good driving. But I myself, I'm not really a entertainer by speaking. So there's two ways. You can watch people who just talk the whole time and cannot stop talking, or you can watch someone like me who's a bit more less talking, but maybe some better driving. So you have to find the streamer you want. My delta is set to all-time best, yeah. Do you ever have a day off and just mess about in Formula? Would that mess with your braking technique? I never do that. I just drive whatever, like, what is fun to me, I drive on stream. And usually everything you see me driving is on stream. I rarely drive off stream anything else. No, you just need to ask me good questions so I can talk about shit. Otherwise, I'm quiet. It depends on the races. Like when it's races that are really exciting, or like not exciting, but like races where I have to concentrate, I don't talk a lot. Like the YouTube videos I'm cutting from my races, for example, I see the audio line and there's barely any talking when it's like a really interesting race. But yeah, races like the previous race, for example, I'm able to talk a lot more because I don't have to necessarily concentrate too much on the pure driving. I think you talk a lot compared to other streamers. I don't know. I don't think so. I always think I don't talk at all in my streams. All right, good luck, Mia, for that race. Don't drive away, please. I mean, yeah, I drive French mod. The only thing I drive off stream is like esports stuff, of course. Yeah. Do you like YouTube chat or Twitch chat more? Wow, that's a bad question. It depends. I think Twitch are a lot of degens, but like a good way of degen. YouTube has a lot of good viewers as well, but YouTube also has incredibly strange viewers. And you can basically, with most messages, I don't even have to see where it comes from. I know if it's Twitch or YouTube. Like some messages on YouTube are like really, really, really strange. Okay, grid. Yeah, grid. It's like page 2 of Google search. That That sounds kind of accurate. Mia has home track advantage, yeah. I don't want to give examples, otherwise I give away who it is. Yes! Take this, Mia. I can't qualify well, but at least I can start well. Okay, no slowdowns this time around. Or only when I'm like 2 seconds ahead. Matt is a pure entertainer. Matt knows how to talk for hours without a stop and without having a chat message. The problem with me is, like in real life, in the real world, I don't talk at all. I only talk when someone presents me a good topic to talk about. And then I also sometimes rarely talk. On stream, it's kind of the same thing. I need a chatter to give me something interesting, good to talk about. Like if chat dies down, if chat is quite, let's say quiet and doesn't talk about something interesting where I could be talking about, bro, then I'm not saying a single word on stream, you know? But as long as you guys can give me like good topics to talk about and also engage with stuff and also give me always kind of new topics to talk about, then I can talk. I mean, just like right now, I think I haven't stopped talking since, I don't know, the last race or so. So yeah, as long as I have like good topics and also engagement from chat, then I can talk. But just similar to real life, if I don't have anyone giving me the input, giving me the topics, I am a quiet man. I am the awkward one who you sit on a table with when you're like your friend who got you guys together leaves for the toilet, then I am that one who sits there very awkwardly with the other one not knowing what to talk about. Because I am really not the one to find topics. It needs to be someone else finding the topics. So that's perfect. We all are the same here, so in general we should not find anything to talk about. We should just stay quiet in here. Or maybe that's why it works out so well. Because all the awkward ones are in one room now and can just be awkward. The thing is, I also have to be confident in my topic and where I am at. Like for example, when I'm somewhere at a racetrack or so, then that's just my environment, you know. That's where I'm comfortable at, and that's where I also am a totally different person. Like right now on stream, like right now I feel comfortable and confident in the way of how I can talk to you guys and stuff. So it just feels like I'm a non-stop yapper and maybe like extroverted or so. But that's just usually not me. That really just happens when I'm in an environment I feel comfortable at and good at. Which is a positive for you guys, because it means you guys make me feel comfortable being here in this situation in front of a webcam. Talking to literally myself or just some text messages that I see on a screen. I always liked the LMU force feedback. The problem is when iRacing people come to LMU that the force feedback is just generally so much different. So it's hard for them to, you know, get used to it or like get a feel for it. But I think the LMU force feedback is better in general. I like it better. There was a message coming through, but I didn't get a notification. Oh, wait until I'm on the straight. A bit. Ah, that was the one, okay. The 1 bit donation. I mean, I just answered it. And I get VIP for 1 bit. Only after 2 bits. TTS channel points redeem? Nah, I would do TTS only for like, I don't know, $5 donations or something like that. I would never do TTS for points. I think people have quite a lot of points already accumulated on my stream. I think the force feedback LMU is just overall a bit lighter and not as like aggressive on the bumps as the iRacing one. Where is TTS? Yeah, maybe at some point I have to turn on TTS. 2 bits. Wow, TTS with Yuri's voice would be great. Is there somewhere you can do that? Is there like a program where I can put some voice samples of Yuri in and then I have a TTS of Yuri? I would do that. Someone tells me how to do that, or maybe someone can do that for me already. Then that's something I can try and put on my stream. Yeah, that's true, very much true. Another 16. Not in the race, I think. Out of my way. Oh, he's gonna hold me up. What am I gonna do week 13? Either LMU or some more Porsche Cup. Because I mean, Porsche Cup will have official races. It depends, really. If Porsche Cup has some good races, then week 13 is not too boring. I mean, only if you actually drive Porsche Cup anyways. Because the best kind of races are the ones that are week 13, like 10-15 minute races. But yeah, LMU might be something worth trying and doing next week. I wanted to try it anyways again. I just hope there's a good track. Like at the moment in Bronze, Monza and fucking Portimao. No thank you. That's my problem with LMU. It's like every single time I launch the game, I have to drive Monza. It's like it's Monza every single week. 24/7. So yeah, I hope for some good tracks next week. And then maybe there's also some cool weekly events that we can do. Sebring and Spa, well, that sounds more interesting. Is the schedule out already for next week? I thought it always just comes the day before. Yesterday they announced it, okay. Sebring is Mustang Challenge, that's cool. So that's in bronze, what's in silver? And what's in silver and what's in gold? Or maybe just someone sends the schedule so I can check after the race. Move! Ota in Interlagos, not too great. Portimao, Portimao, man. Paul Ricard, maybe not too terrible. But yeah, schedule in general not too bad. Schedule on Discord, perfect. Gonna have a look. Next week special event. Ooh, okay, I am in for LMU. Is the special event team only or can it be driven alone? Teams only. Well, maybe I have to do quota domination with Dennis again. You can drive alone? Wait, I can drive alone, I just have to put someone in my team? That is stupid. What do I think about low fuel motorsports? Very good community. I was driving it quite a lot for ACC. What's Yuri gonna do in week 13? Also some LMU? Play GeoGuessr tournament, yeah. I figured. I mean, if I want to do LMU, as I said before, I just have to hope that the schedule is not fun for Porsche Cup. Why did Dominic crash? That's always so scary when you lift off. I don't wanna be making a Jamie Fluke here today. Oh yeah, Dominic crashed big time, I guess. I don't see him on the leaderboard at all. Not too much slower. Just all about line. But yeah, in order to get turn 1 really easy and no liftoff and stuff, you might have to go 1/10 slower. Not yet. They are working on it, but I think it will take a while until they have a fix for the PCup. For sure not in this next patch. So let's go for a best lap. Oh wow, or not. I think my best lap was already quite good. It is definitely planned to be fixed, yeah. But yeah, they don't know themselves when that will be coming. I would say the bouncing is only relevant on like, I don't know, not a lot of tracks. On most tracks the car is actually completely fine and the bouncing is really only bad with... this season it was maybe 2 tracks where the bouncing was bad. Otherwise it was good. Yeah, Road Atlanta, it was bad. And that's about it, I think. Wait, there was one more track, I think. Moza was actually fine-ish. Okay, not the very best. But I expected Moza to be worse, to be honest. No, has not been on Summit Point yet. Mia just completely launched it. I'll check out the crash here. Ah no, Dominic had a disconnect once again. Mia said, idiots, what happened? Got held up by traffic or what? Was it this guy? Wait, no, that was me. Huh? Where did the guy from the pits go to? Ah, no, she overtook. This guy? Yeah, this guy. My goodness. Lap 1. I fucked up big time at the start. I'm so sorry I can't even get back into the server. My internet is still down. What is up with your internet? Why is it so bad? Well, let's have a look at the start. Who do we need to look at? Let's go here. That's why. Bam! Oh my god. It's so over. No, it's not on my replay. Oh, you're almost clear and you get hit again. Yeah, what a lovely turn 1, indeed. Or not even turn 1, just at the straight. I forgot we are starting side by side, didn't know there was someone next to me. That can happen, actually. You are still 13th with a disconnect. There's actually, like, I don't know, so many people that died, like 10 people that died. See you in 5 years. Hey, there's a Team Alta livery. Team Alta in it. Team Alta dive. Hoppa, hoppa, hoppa. Oh, that's crazy. When did you get your disconnect? Lap 12. Yeah, lap 12 and still being 13th. And gone. No, back. And gone. Any tips for crash avoidance in this clip? I'm not even gonna try it. I don't think there's anything to avoid or like able to avoid. Viel Spaß auf Arbeitsstrade. So let's see if anything could have been avoided here. Let's see from this guy's POV. Yeah, he could have easily avoided that. Nah, fucking no chance. My god. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, I know, Leon. Of course, there's nothing you can do. That was a joke. I'd love to see a toxic version of your crash avoidance video. Like, okay, wait. mean, yeah, why you just drive into Dom. Dominic hasn't done anything wrong, you just drive into him. You should have expected him to change his lane there. Easy to avoid. Oh man. So we get 8. What is this? You've hit the safety rating limit in your license class. Bam. When was the last time I was at 499? That's been a while now. Yeah, I would also say it's on Leon. He just drives right into you. Just bad judgment by Leon. Okay, let's check LMU schedule really quick. It's not getting reset at season end. No, you basically stay with what you have. So we have... Wait. Tuck. So we have beginner Mustang, Sebring, we have LMU GT3 fixed, Spa. Both fixed setup, okay. Those are good combos to drive. I think that will be fun, for sure. Intermediate, LMU GT3 Sprint, Kota, National. Okay, we have National, not the full track. LMU GT3, Open. Prototype fix. Okay, Prototype is not interesting. Gold. ELMS Sprint, Portimao. Why Portimao? WEC experience. Ah, they made the races longer again. That's good at least. So WEC experience, I see myself maybe driving. Okay, then we have weeklies, solos. Sebring, WEC, Hypercar, LMU, LMU GT3. 100-minute races. Okay. 2.4 hour. Wow, that's a bit long. Qatar. I've never driven Qatar before. Special events. 4-hour quota. Okay, full quota track. 14 tires. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's wait and see what the iRacing schedule for the Porsche Cup is gonna be like for week 13, and if that's boring, then we might do some LMU. Okay, let's check. When was the last time I had that amount of safety rating? License class, sports car. I think October. Was it around here? January 2025, October. Can I see how much that is? No. But yeah, now I'm back at 4.99. Bam. How many times have I had pro? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times I had a pro license. That was Formula 1, I believe. No, that was Blancpain. Wait, look, I started iRacing in August 2016. Then I had my pro license in February 2017. So like half a year later. Oof. So this was Blancpain. This was Formula 1 World Championship. And then here we have the Porsche Esports Super Cup. I just lost it here for a bit, I think, and then gained it back. So, where are we right now? Ooh, almost page 1. Almost page 1. Are we aiming to win Pro PCup when it comes? No. I'm not aiming to win that. I don't think I can win it. But I'm aiming to be part of it and just having some fun. So I need 5-6 to be page 1. So many people with 11k. Alrighty, let's go next. P is for when you drive the qualifying series for a World Championship or Esports Championship. And then once you progress into the actual World Championship, then you get the World Championship license. That's how the licensing system works. Halunke! Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For the Prime. It is 1.8 liters of pure hydration. Beer then. Not really a beer enjoyer. Coming from a German Bavarian. It's almost a crime. just don't really understand the concept of like alcohol. It's like, you know, I sit down for food or whatever, and I have the choice between a nice Coke or a beer. Why would I choose the drink that tastes bitter over a Coke? Why would you choose? Well, steak is not bitter though. Oh, come on. I fucking hate this weather in the open setup. It's like, okay, wait. What is a good example for food? Why would I choose? What's a bitter food? Why would I eat a lemon over an apple? Like, you know? Well, it's not bitter, but it's sour. Oh my god. You can only lose, I know. There's too many beer drinkers in here. In this world anyways. For me, it really depends on the occasion, though. Like, my taste buds change depending on the occasion. Like, there are some occasions where I'm, like, fine with beer, and where I actually kind of enjoy it a bit. But in most occasions, I just, if I have the opportunity to drink a Coke, fuck it, I'm drinking a Coke and not a fucking beer. If anything, a Radler. Radler is pure, like, that is the one of the best drinks for summer. Good morning, Anoxio. You'll enjoy a meal better with alcohol? I don't agree. I do not agree. Not at all. Like, every time I drink a sip of beer, you can see my face literally going like this. Exactly, ice cold cola with ice cubes and stuff, it beats a beer at like almost every time. How many people in Germany don't like beer? Well, I don't think there's a lot of people like me. He's one of 6, yeah, you can say so. My best friend also doesn't like beer, so I think it's the only 2 in the world that somehow got together. Or in Germany. But for me, it's also about the alcohol part. Like, I don't understand why I drink, like a drink that I'm drinking for drinking and not partying and getting drunk needs to have alcohol. Like, why are so many people like in the evening sitting on the couch and cracking a beer that has alcohol in it? Like, why Why would I have to drink something that has alcohol and that is like... I mean, oh no, that sounds way too woke if I say it. That is poison. I just don't understand that why I would have to or need to drink something that is alcohol. But at the same time, you can say the same thing about Coke. Why would I need to drink something that has fucking 2 tons of sugar in the drink? So yeah. It's just everything kills you, everything is bad for your health, so there we go. So yeah, it's really invalid of what I'm saying, like, why do I need to drink alcohol? Yeah, at the same time, why do I have to drink so much sugar when I'm drinking a Coke, you know? So it's the same shit. Have you ever been drunk? Of course. Polana Spezi Beste, oh ja. Yeah, Coke Zero exists, but so does alcohol-free beer. So. But yeah, there's a lot more people nowadays that drink Coke Zero. And still not that many that drink alcohol-free beer. Die sad because you only ate healthy food and drank nasty smoothies, or die happy eating and drinking all you want? I think the best way is like a mix of both. We have Dane Warren again in the race. Mia is skipping this one. Car isn't fixed yet. So what's the weather like? Southwest. Okay, almost no wind. I mean, I get it that like you have 0% and you drink without alcohol, but still, I don't like. Why would I drink something that tastes bitter? Do people just have different taste receptors and like don't think beer is bitter? Or is that specific taste in beer just a bit more like extreme to me? Because for me it's just so bitter, I would not be able to enjoy it ever. And I thought it comes with age, but I'm slowly rolling up to be 30 at some point. So that should be the time when I start to enjoy beer. I think it's a getting used to it thing. But why? That's also what I don't get. Why would I want to get used to something that I don't like too much in the first place? To be fair, there is beer. Germans would kill me for it again. Like, for example, Kölsch. Like from Cologne, the beer in Cologne. I like that actually a lot more than most beers. Because it is a bit, the bitterness is not as high in that beer. And that beer is fine to me. But like, especially in Bavaria, for example, where we have the real beer, the real good beer, that's where the bitterness is a lot higher. And that's just not what I enjoy. But there's also Bavarian beer that is really good. But there's a lot of Bavarian beer that is just too bitter to me. No, I also fucking hate mojito. Nah. I usually don't like anything that has alcohol in it, because alcohol just makes everything taste bitter to me. The only alcoholic drink that I like is Radler. But you can say, wow, it's quite alcohol. But like, because a Radler is the perfect mix between sweet, but also the little bit of bitterness from the beer. And in summer, that thing is goated. Also coffee. I never understood coffee, ever. Like, coffee is also a drink that is just bitter. Like, why would I drink that every single morning? And then people say, yeah, to wake up. Yeah, if you wouldn't be drinking it, then you would be awake. You need it because you're drinking it every single day. Okay, let's beat Dane here for once. I'm not making friends here right now with everything I'm saying anyways. Okay, first lap was not it. Second lap. And slow down. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be second place. I've been the biggest fan ever until I hear you don't drink coffee or beer. But you know, I always thought people don't like bitterness and people don't like. Yeah, I always just assumed people don't like bitterness in general. But apparently, the majority of humans on this earth actually like bitterness. There's also people who drink mate, which just tastes like ashtray. Oh, another thing. But I am very specific with all of that. I fucking despise, I hate energy drinks. This is the energy drinks are the most vile, disgusting, bad tasting, bad smelling shit in the whole entire world. Fuck off, man. That shit, no one can tell me for sure that they like energy drinks. It doesn't exist, no. That shit is vile, disgusting. Red Bull, if you want to sponsor me, I can change that maybe. Like literally, whenever I'm, I don't know, in my car or so, I have a friend and he goes into my car and like, or even just a friend or whatever, just someone cracks open a energy drink in the vicinity of 10 meters to me. I smell that shit. I'm like, holy fucking shit! How can you drink this piss? So what do you drink? Water, Coke, and iced tea. That's everything I drink. No, also the flavored ones just smell bad. They might not taste that bad, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm boring. I am very boring in all of that. I am so boring. I don't drink beer. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. What else? But honestly, I'm happy I don't. You can smell energy drinks? You can't? Bro, energy drinks have the heaviest smell ever. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do weed. I don't do. Just sitting in front of a stupid computer and play video games all day. And you found a woman, yeah. I don't drink wine. What else? I have my water bottle here, and that's all I need. Yeah, I drink alcohol. It's not like I don't drink alcohol when I go partying or whatever, although that time is over now as well. When I was young, I was partying and drinking alcohol. Now I'm only drinking alcohol when I'm like at weddings or so. Sugar does not bother you? No. Not at all. Like literally, I weighed the same weight my whole entire life. Like it doesn't even fluctuate by 1 kilogram. Some guys are crazy. Well, you are not in the race, dumb. Sect also. Sect is fucking disgusting. What alcohol do I like? Really depends on the occasion. But also, like, the alcohol I like needs to be sweet. Either when I'm go partying, I have a different taste for beer than I drink beer. Oftentimes, but mostly the drinks I drink when I am partying and want to get drunk is like something sweet. I just hate bitterness for my life. Oh yeah, that was a good start. I'm gonna send it. Why? Okay, we both went flat out there, full risk. Someone was shooting into the corner. Dane still doesn't have a skin. Really got fired by Porsche. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be goodbye. Yep, I saw Spätz leaving Drago. Interesting where he's gonna go though. If it's just gonna be another redline pickup or maybe something new entirely, because it's really hard for me to imagine where he would go other than redline or a completely new adventure. On X he posted that. X still sounds so bad to say. Fucking Twitter. Why do I always get my braking wrong when I'm behind someone? Dane is an Aussie, yeah. Through and through. I don't even want to push right now, I just want to cruise. It was fun so far, just talking about random stuff, cruising. Okay, what if I try to full send it? Can I reel him in? Nope, I can't. That turn 1 with open setup is literally the worst thing ever. The car just understeers. Fixed setup, at least the wind is good, so you have grip into turn 1. So, what is another controversial thing to talk about? Week 13, either LMU or some more Porsche Cup. NEC schedule released? Hell yeah, when do we have the races? I'm actually looking forward to driving that stuff. What app on iRacing do you think is the best? No app. I don't use any app. Or send it in my Discord so everyone else can see it as well. March 21, 22. Okay. Yeah, I'm just using iRacing Black Box, that's all I use. But I mean, we'll get a complete overhaul of some stuff anyways, I think, right? In the update. Stream overlay is cups. But yeah, that's really only for streaming. I don't have that on my screen. I don't see all of that. You can see iRating. iRating is also displayed with the iRacing black box now. And I don't want to see lap times. That's just information I don't need. Monday is last day of the season. It's just probably the last day I'm going to be driving this. It depends what you want to learn. If you want to learn or get better at GT3, then probably you should take Yuri coaching. If you want to get better at Porsche Cup, then you should maybe go with me. GT3, then go with Yuri. I do not do GT3. I think I would drive the NEC races solo. Because I also did that... Wow, that was like 3 years ago already. Four-hour solo in PCup, damn right. I'll probably always try, because there's gonna be like this one main split, right? Probably at like what, 1 PM? Something like that? I mean, depends when the time slots are, but usually it's just always been at around that time, I believe. That's something my girlfriend will not like at all. Me driving on the weekend. I think the races there are gonna be quite good, for sure. It's a very popular series anyways. But yeah, depending on the schedule, I might... Like, how many races in general? How many race weekends is it? Because I think it's not too many anyways, right? Because I'm gonna do probably some of them for sure, maybe not all of them. "10 weekends, okay. Ah, that's quite a lot. I mean, with some commitments this year, I'm probably not gonna be able to do all of them anyways, but I'll try to do probably as many as I can. Especially the first one I really wanna do. Because I guess that's gonna be quite a popular one. Last one in November, wow. But yeah, maybe some of those races would also be good prep if I want to do GT3 in the 24 hours, to do those in GT3 class. But yeah, we'll see. Going to IRL in LS2? Ah. I mean, Friday I could always do pretty much. NEC is GT3, Porsche Cup, and GT4. More? Something else as well? M2? I think M2 as well. M2, yeah. Maybe I'm also gonna do a race in GT4 with my brother again. Because, I don't know, was it last year? I think, or 2 years ago already, I did a race with my brother in GT4, and we actually won it. I thought for the longest time to actually now make a video out of that, because it was quite the interesting and quite nice race, and it's always obviously nice to race with your brother. Ah, true, because of the TCR overhaul, I guess we'll have some TCR now. TCR full-time. I mean, TCR class is actually a really good class in general. On Race Room I love TCRs. I think I might try the TCRs next week to just see how they feel. What iRacing did to them. DTM is getting bigger again, yeah. DTM has been, I mean, at some point before COVID or so on a decline, but it's getting bigger and bigger again. Like the racing series is getting more and more popularity. Like these last 2 years, or when I was driving in DTM Trophy, there was not that many people there always. It was a good amount, but it was a lot more in the earlier years. But especially these last 2 years, the viewers at the track, spectators at the track have been, yeah, it was just packed. So DTM is getting definitely more and more popular again. I wish DTM, I mean, when they went to GT3 from their class ones, it was obviously to save costs and stuff, and because no one wanted to pay that much money anymore for it. But I think it would have been insanely great if like the DTM series used a bit more like some special kind of GT3s. They're already faster than in some other series, yeah. But imagine in DTM you were allowed to put some more aero flaps on your car. Like let's say at the front 2 more aero flaps, and maybe at the rear, or like maybe a little bit of a bigger rear wing, and just make those GT3s just a tiny bit more special. That would have been cool. Like this kind of Mercedes GT3 fully spec'd out, where Jules Gonon did like a hot lap at Bathurst. Was it like 1 or 2 years ago? But then I guess it would be again too expensive because manufacturers would need to do testing work, aerodynamics work, and all of that in order to get those right parts for these cars. But yeah, they already did a really good job with the format of like having pit stops in the races, and especially also in the second race having like 2 pit stops. Maybe those 2 pit stops are a bit too much, but it definitely gives a lot of strategy, which is always interesting in these races. Yeah, back then when GTE was big, and also in real life the main GT cars kind of, I very much drove GTEs quite a lot, yeah. But nowadays GTEs to me are like, I don't know, like 1970s Formula cars, just old. I'm not gonna be driving them anymore. Someone lost the wing mirror.
Good job. Very good job.
Alright, quick toilet break. BRB. That's a good question. Where can you even drive off track here? Ah, so. Hey, +1. That's what we need. Okay, I would say we do one last. Because usually the races after this one have not been the best. Oh yeah. Let's have a look over the schedule. There we go. Five classes is crazy. Ah, but there's only 2 time slots. There's no Friday. So many different cars. That's crazy. They used to have a limit on how many different cars they can put, right? But that limit doesn't seem to apply anymore. Well, 9 4-hour events, 1 6-hour event. Okay. Let me check my calendar. For when is the first one? March 21st, 22nd. March 21st, 22nd. That looks good. I think that looks good. Let's put it in the calendar. iRacing NEC. Um, 2 accounts. Oosh. Hello, hello. Okay. The other one is April 4th to 5th. I cannot drive here. Then 25, 26. Ah, that's 1 week before 24 hours of Nurburgring. So we can put that in here. iRacing NEC round 3. So that would maybe be a good round to prepare what I'm going to be driving, if it's either going to be GT3s or Porsche Cup. Okay. GT3 selection, I would guess it's the same selection, yeah. But I'm not entirely sure. Link is in my Discord. Hey Vitesse. So. Mm. 3 seconds, that's a lot. Good job. That's a very good improvement. Morris Schöring. Okay. We have a DTM driver in here. Talking about it. Not DTM anymore this season. Well, former DTM driver. Big downgrade. Going from DTM to something like that is like actually a big downgrade in my opinion, but I guess he just does whatever he gets paid for. Morris doing IMSA now. Well, that's good, because I think being exposed to like the American audience in American championships is always very good as a European driver. Also, like what I saw a lot of my friends do was like they got invited, or like, you know, to be driving in like Asian Le Mans, for example. That's also a big opportunity for a lot of people, because those teams just apparently have money like crazy, and then they just want to have a good driver driving for them. So a lot of my friends then got invited to drive in the Le Mans, Asian Le Mans series, and basically get paid for it or drive for free. I think it's the same in America. There's so much money in this that once you are in contact with someone from like America and drive there in these series, you really get a lot of exposure for like being able to drive with some teams that just have a lot of funding. I mean, Asian Le Mans series doesn't have a lot of really good drivers, but they just invite over a lot of the really good European drivers, so they have a good pro in their car paired with a more gentleman driver. This is Porsche Cup racing at the moment. Ich fahre beides. Ai, ai, ai. I also need coaching. But yeah, I'm always open for coaching. So if you are interested, on my Discord is all the information always. The biggest issue going from open setup to fixed setup is turn 1. Because the car, all of a sudden, with the wind coming from up ahead and not from the rear anymore, the car just turns in, which is very much unexpected. So. Let's go. We have Dane, Will, Morris. Ooh, that's pretty good race. I mean, this for sure is a higher SOF, right? Ouch. Three 9, okay. What makes a track good or bad in my opinion? If I'm fast or slow. I don't know, depends. Just interesting corners. And also corners that are flowing into the next and not just one corner, straight, one corner, straight. Like this here, for example, you go right, then you immediately flow into the left. Again, you immediately flow into the right. And even though all of those are just 90-degree corners, it makes it interesting because they all flow into each other. And usually that makes tracks interesting when they have corners flowing into each other. This track would be great without turn 1. Or a bit of a different turn 1 maybe. Okay. Quality will be important. Maybe this Marco is gonna be quick. Dane is gonna be quick. I have not seen Will yet this week. So yeah, good qualifying is gonna be important. Just would be good to cut more on the left side and not there being a tire barrier. Tire barrier is really one of the worst things there. Turning point is kind of feeling, I don't really have an exact point. Well, it's gonna be a fast session. Fuck. Okay, second lap needs to be good.
Fuel.
Ah, so close. If I didn't mess up the last corner, could have been pole. Ah, that would have been my opportunity. Man. Now I can only hope for as good of a start as I had last time. And then, I don't know, be able to continue with the side-by-side after turn 1. What about Will? Man, oh man. Ah, could have been a good end. But I also missed the corner here. Didn't trail brake long enough. Just needed like a tiny split second of more trail braking. Would have had me the rotation to accelerate better out of the corner. Yeah. It is what it is. Hello. Yep, you read it correctly. But I brake to like 72%-ish. 80% is too much. If I brake to 80%, then that's too much. It's around 70 to 75 that you want to brake. Yes. less downforce, so you need a bit of less braking power or less braking force. I think Marco also has really good starts, but I mean he's in second row. So let's see.
The estimated strength of field is 3,932.
Okay, I wanna try and push hard in this race and see where I can end up. If I have the chance to follow Dane and then also attack him. Because following is one thing, attacking on this track is another. Again, relatively good start. Yeah, but there's no chance on the outside. Absolutely no chance. Yeah, and I mean, this is the only point where I could really dive in, but because I have to lift through that turn, there's no way I'm gonna be close enough. Okay, let's lock in. Maybe we can push him into some mistakes. Fuck! It's always when you're just a bit too over the limit. Because he's also making mistakes. I just have to minimize mine. so hard. He's pushing it really. Whew. Why is my car not braking? Yeah, 2 times in a row now I'm not braking. Come on, just make a mistake, Dane. Slowdown would be nice. Give us a show. Ah, it's a 10th per lap that I'm just missing. Yeah, let's not give him any time to breathe though. Maybe at some point something is happening. Never know on a track like this. Vielen lieben Dank, Kalle. Vielen lieben Dank für die 2 Monate. Schönes Ablenkungsmanöver. Oh, Mann. We were just about to catch him. Yeah, a car is broken. No more subscription on this channel. Whoa, top speed is dead. Corner speed was actually fine, but top speed is dead now. Man. Exactly, like when you subscribed and I heard the sound, I was like, nice distraction. Hopefully it's not gonna distract me. Bum into the wall. Blade Runner, thank you so much also for the 2 months in a row. Thank you. Okay, let's not hit the wall now. I have no idea if the damage made my car faster, but somehow in those corners it did. Like on the straight I'm losing time, but in the corners actually, I don't know, the car feels very good with that damage. It's like I get some extra more rotation. But the tire stack there reaching out to the track is also so stupid. Why would they do it like that? Nope, at the moment there's no competitions at all. The unfortunate truth of the year 2026, absolutely no esports. What about DTM esports? I would also love to know. I mean, usually DTM esports would be running right now, but there's also absolutely no info about anything of it. The only thing what I could think of with DTM esports is that it starts relatively at the same time as the Real Life series, because they might want to do something together with the Real Life. Maybe on site or so, but that's only rumors I've heard. LMU esports was pretty much officially that it is not this year. LMU esports, they said it's gonna be next year. But yeah, they officially cancelled it for this year. Or unofficially. So that really only leaves us with, at the moment, the Porsche Super Cup. But also for that we don't know yet when that would happen. And that is the only thing for this year. I really hope that Race Room is bringing some cool stuff, maybe. I think it was 250k in Formula E esports, the Las Vegas race. There's a website for that. Okay, at least I know the pace is somewhat there. At least when my car was still driving straight in the beginning of the race.
There's the flag. Great job. You did really well.
So when was that hit? 17.0, 17.4 I believe. Or 17.5? Yeah. Who thought it's a good idea to put the tire stack into the racing line? Stupid. And who thought to subscribe while I'm doing that corner? Sollte leichtgängiger werden, ja. Was hast du denn an Einstellungen? Also ich würde zum Beispiel alles an Filtern ausmachen im Grunde. Favorite color, red. Car looks fine, but yeah, my tires were just broken. Yeah, look, rear. The rear is inside the chassis. Well, P8 for you. Good job. As car number 11. Some good iRating. Hab da alles aus. Schwierig. Du könntest mal auf Discord irgendwie vielleicht einen Screenshot schicken von deiner Einstellung. Dann kann ich mal drüber schauen, ob ich irgendwas finde. Favorite number 20. Yeah, also random curb in the road. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. I mean, at least on the bright side, pace is there. Just still too many mistakes. Five. We take that. I actually have the best lap of the race. 16.8. Okay, standings, since I'm probably gonna stop now. This is gonna be the final standings. But yeah, should be mine. Noah Wing in second. Flint is actually getting P3. I have a 20 Newton meter base and I always use around 20% of that. Yep, I do not have a Smurf account. This is my main. And then open setup. I have no idea how divisions are based. Okay. Surprises? No. You get a certificate. You get here. You get a certificate right here. Ah. The fuck. So wait. You get something like this. That's your win for winning the championship. And you get money. I was P4 in rookie with 7k. Good question. Probably when you just start. If this is the first season and you went to 7k immediately, rookie. Up. Because I think this is a Smurf account, so he probably went to 7k immediately. Yeah. He went to 7k within one season. So that's why he's starting off in rookie with 7k. I invested smartly, yeah. I mean, $8 is $8. I take it. Okay, dokie though. That's it for now though. Gonna be raiding my friend Yuri. Stream today was fun. Some good topics we had here. Some controversial ones. So yeah, I am not sure if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Although maybe tomorrow morning the splits should be kind of good. Since all the Australians are gonna be Friday evening, so it's gonna be weekend for them. That means maybe there's some higher splits tomorrow morning. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna look. Either there's gonna be a video tomorrow, or maybe a live stream again, same time. Yo, Yuri raid. He's doing what he's doing right now. GT3s in a 2.2k soft. My god. And yeah, then we see each other, I guess, during week 13, either in LMU or maybe some more Porsche Cup. We'll see. Goodbye.